So I began my channel with 0 subscriptions, and today, little by little, one by one, Inner World Reveal has more than 5,000 subscribers. 5,000! And it's a big number for me. And thank you to all the people who made it happen. Thank you for all the views, likes, comments, shares, subscriptions. Thanks a lot. It means a lot to me. This vlog of mine is completely dedicated to all the people who have made the journey from 0 to 5K a memorable journey for me. It's been an exciting learning process, and I have been loving to share as I have learned, because when I share, I grow richer. In this vlog, we have 3 selected entries who would get to hear about their number profiles in a few minutes. But before that, I would like to say that however sophisticated a numerologist is, you should not take a reading as a verdict, because everything lies in our own personal hands. We are the creators. So while I do their readings, you can try sitting with your personal numbers and try to read them. While selecting the entries this time, I decided that I would not be doing a lucky draw selection this time, so I selected the entries based on a totally different criteria. The first entry that appealed to me most was a very precisely and nicely written email by Jean-Marc Eugenie Bernabella. Jean-Marc Eugenie Bernabella has a soul 37-1 personality, 55-1 and name 11-2. His birthday is 7 attitude 11-2, life path 36-9. Now, if you notice, the primary numbers are like 11-2, 36-9 and then 7, all three of which are extremely intuitive and spiritual numbers. Also, once again, the attitude and the name both are 11 twos. 2 is a very emotional and sensitive number. 2 coming as an attitude is a very convincing kind of an attitude, and they can really sell their point. His personality and soul urge both reduce to 1, which means he's a very genuine kind of a person, and he's always projecting whatever he's really feeling inside. Birthday 7, however, makes him a little withdrawn. Also, the repeat 2s, as I said, that 2s are very sensitive, and sensitive people are always worried of criticism, and this worry of criticism actually also appears to be one of his main challenge numbers as well. You see, we find the 3 repeating as his challenge numbers, and obviously he often tends to suppress himself and express his emotions cynically whenever he's emotionally a little charged. And all the period numbers that he has also are a little cynical numbers, but then 477 also means that throughout his life he's going to have a very good eye for detail and a very good brain for research activities. He's really a thinker and reads in between the lines a lot. His brain never stops acting, but he might not show it externally. Then we can come to the pinnacles. So we can see that he has just completed his first pinnacle, which obviously had intuition and a sense of practicality moving hand in hand. But it was a little slow time. When you're running an 11-2 pinnacle, it is usually a very challenging time for you, but you grow a lot spiritually. And from that, he has moved into his next pinnacle, which is a 5. And 5 would speed up everything for him. So by now, all the challenging experience that he had been having would all begin to pay off. His ability with words and intellectualism will increase to a great deal. He will find loads of opportunities in terms of career or relationships and everything, and all in all, it's going to be a really fulfilling experience for him if he chooses not to resist change. Change is the key word. Presently, he has just entered his personal year 1, but a certain process of endings is still on. 1, as we know, is a time of new beginnings and sowing new seeds. Now, I can see the career number 8 appearing somewhere around August to December sub period, and that can be a time when he might really find new beginnings in the career front, and this seriously is a time when he should not be sitting idle at all. Now, coming to a few other numbers as well, he has a maturity 11 too, which obviously means that he has by now learned to read people even better. He can convince them to act as per his plans. He banks upon his intuitions very strongly. Then I can also see a 5 repeat out there, which indicates that okay, he is a very passionate person as well. Apart from that, I can see 6 coming twice as a life lesson number and as a bridge number. 6 is about diplomacy, harmony, relationships, commitments, and domestic responsibilities, and he has to pay a little bit of attention to these areas as well. And now I would like to begin with the next entry that I have chosen, and this is someone who's very active in my FB page, and obviously I'm very happy about that for all the support and all that. And the entry is from A.S. Prasad. And A.S. Prasad has a modified name as well, and we would gradually try to find out how well the modified name goes with his other primary numbers. The birth name has a soul 3, person 22 4, and a full name number of 25 7. And as we can see, another A is added to the name, which keeps the personality intact but changes the soul to a 4 and the name to a 26 8. And both 4 and 26 8 are money and security oriented numbers. Earlier we had a 3, which was a creativity number, but 4 prefers security over creativity, 8 prefers materialism over spiritualism of 7. Again, if we consider the life lesson numbers, as we can see that the missing 6 is still missing, the intensity number remains the same. From his date of birth, now people, once again, this has been a difficult experience for me that many of you are writing your date of birth as 9, 2, 3, 4, etc. How am I supposed to know whether 9 is the day number or the month number? And he has done the same as well, but I'm taking the 8 to be the day number and 6 to be the month number. In that case, the birthday is 8th of June and the birthday number becomes an 8, attitude is 5, and the life path is 3811. Now guys, pay attention to the 248 category. Life path finally reduces to a 2, birthday is 8, personality is 4. In the modified name, soul urge is 4 and the name reduces to an 8. And 248 are the numbers of the same category, or we can call natural match numbers. All three are practicality, business, and money oriented numbers, amongst which 2 is a little more towards emotional business. Now, let us come to the periods and pinnacles that he'll be receiving. Coming to his periods, we see that he has all money-friendly periods. His pinnacles have repeat 5s. 5 is a number that gives you a good pace and a good tempo. The second period that he's running now activates 8, and his modified name also has an 8, and whenever we activate an 8 we cannot forget the principle of karma. As you sow shall you reap. Now, amongst the challenges, we can see 2s and 0s. 2 is the challenge of sensitivity. 0 is something that we also saw in Jean's numbers, if you remember. And now out here, that is the main challenge. 0 gives you opportunities to help humanity, which you often do not consider, but you would find people who need your help and support along your way. Now, coming to his personal year numbers, he's gotten a personal year 22-4 beginning from June onwards, which would be a time of great possibilities for him, and also great responsibilities come with great possibilities, and there can be new beginnings. I can strongly find the repeat ones in his sub periods, which indicate beginnings in a big way, and because of the new beginnings that he would be having, right now he would be placed in a demanding position in the later part of the year. Planes of expressions have not changed much with the name change, apart from the 5 and the 6. 6 is more commitment friendly number. Amongst the bridge numbers, previously because of the name it had a 1 in bold, which is replaced now by a 4. And bridge number indicates the qualities that we need to strongly cultivate so that we can get a support in the life path.
Now, the 4 is also appearing as a soul urge number, so I think all in all, the name does a pretty good job for him.
And the third entry I have selected from someone who has also sent entries previously in some previous contests that I have hosted as much as I remember. And this is an entry by Karthik.
Karthik also has an original birth name which is Karthik N, which he has modified into Karthik Athreyas, and we can see the complete difference in all the numbers he has now. Now, earlier we saw is Prasad, as you remember, he had a name number, he had a modified name number which he made to be a natural match to his life path, and it was a natural match to his life path but a challenge to his birth name. Out here, Karthik has a modified name which is a natural match to his birth name, which in the long run is a good thing because destiny or the birth name is the ultimate goal that we have to achieve. But to receive a support in a day to day basis, it also needs to be a very good match with the life path. Soul 1 seeks leadership. Soul 8 also seeks leadership but in a materialistic way. Previously, we saw his soul urge number exactly matched with his personality number, so he was more kind of predictable. Now he is not. Previously, he was more sensitive, and now he desires to be more practical. Now, when we simplify his date of birth into periods, we can see 8, 9, 1, all of which are in one way or the other leadership numbers. Apart from that, he has a birthday and a life path, both of which are 9, and that makes him very kind and compassionate person basically, who is also very intensely emotional and who hates endings, and perhaps he's not very happy with the emotional part of him. Now, the repeat nines can be also indicative of something to do with his birth parents, either abandonment from them in some way or some kind of extremely deep connections with them. Something has to be there about it. We already have seen all the leadership number appearing as his periods. Now look at the pinnacles. Again, do you see the leadership numbers coming again out here? Now look at the first period and the first pinnacle together. Both are 8s. 8s coming right at the beginning of your life can be very difficult to handle because what 8 does is it teaches you the value of money, the importance of money. You become extremely focused straight from the beginning, but at the same time, 8 has two possibilities. Either it goes good in a big way or it goes very bad. Whatever happens with an 8, it happens in a big way. Now, presently, the period that he is in is also not a very easy period for him. He has had both pinnacle and period changes at around the age of 27, and after that time, his view upon life has broadened, and at the same time, he has become more independent and courageous. At the same time, he is also requiring to put in a lot of willpower into whatever he is doing. If we look at all the challenges he has, the second challenge has an 8 activated during midlife, and his present soul urge is also an 8. Money and power is probably sometimes overshadowing all his compassionate qualities in a big way. Presently, he is running the personal year 6 and would soon be entering the year 7 August onwards. Till the month of December, as I see, some arrangement, rearrangement, some decorating of the home front would be going on, some accommodations at the home front would be going on. Then on, I see a time for introspection, and it can be positively utilized towards any kind of internal improvements like quitting any bad habits or addictions, etc. Attention would be moving towards the career front from December onwards, but he has to remember that he has to take out sufficient time for rest or activities which soothe him, like reading, etc.
And for the rest of the people who have also sent entries to me, I would like to say that please do not get disheartened. I would also like to do your entries very soon in some of my upcoming logs. And I really like to see happy faces, so be happy and I'll soon come up with your numbers as well. And I'm also thankful to all the others who have ceaselessly inspired me to make more and more logs, who have listened to me and have given me the chance to speak. And from my side, I promise that I would keep on bringing new and new secrets which you can apply towards having a better life. If you have liked watching the log and have found it to be useful, you can subscribe to the channel for more logs like this. You can also hit a like or comment below. You can also like my FB page and get updates on the latest activities out there. If you really care to spread the awareness, you can share any of my logs. And have a nice time. Have a good day. Bye bye.